second and see if anybody can find me. I did send out a text this time. So if you got my text, raise your hand. Hey, girl. If you did not get my text or you don't know what I'm talking about, I do try to text out when I'm going live. If you want to be on the list to get a text message when I go live, you can send me the word beauty, like from your phone. Just text me the word beauty, and the number is 346-484-0775. And that will just like sign you up on the list that when I'm going live, I send out a text, you'll get it so you'll know that I'm here. Because Facebook stinks at sending notifications sometimes. So, all right, we're going to do my makeup. And again, I do not know, like, look, what is happening? What is going on? I don't know. I feel like right now, I've not always been the best at taking care of my skin, but right now I'm doing a really good job. And I still am breaking out for whatever reason. This has been there for like 2 weeks, and I keep like treating it and putting things on it and like trying, and I don't know, it just is like, what the heck? Anyway, here we are. I'm going to use my Saint palette today. If you've never seen this is a really good makeup system. It's all cream. And so it's very forgiving. It looks beautiful on your skin. It wears really well. It looks better the longer it sits on your face because cream is prettier like when it gets warm. So as the longer it's on your face, the better it looks as it warms up kind of thing. I just really do love this makeup, especially just for everyday, you know, kind of thing. Hey, Miss Deb, welcome. All right, so this is the brush that comes with this makeup, and I'm just gonna dip it into here. This is my main, what I call my main shade. All of these are called highlights, but in, you know, regular people language, we would call that foundation. So all of them are called highlights. You get a regular shade highlight, then you get one that's a little bit lighter, and you use it like concealer, okay? And then you just apply this with their brush. Hey, Deborah Cardin. And it does cover pretty good, right? I mean, that's all. You can't even see that stuff anymore. So if you're here live, when there's a little red live in the top corner, put a 1 in the comments. If you're here on the replay, hey girl, put a 2 in the comments, just so that I know that you were here and when you were here, and we can chit chat later. All right, so pretty much like no foundation on this side, and then there's foundation on this side. So this really is like, it's very skin-like. It looks very natural. Hey, Denise. If you have never tried cream foundation before and you're over 30, I recommend this kind of makeup to people who say, I've always used, you know, just traditional makeup, but it doesn't look as good on me as it used to. I don't know if y'all have ever been there, but I have. This is just a different idea. It's, I mean, same idea, but different product or different formula. Cream is really hydrating. It's really good for maturing skin. I hate that word, but it's really good for, you know, those of us who are just trying to look young as long as we can. Hey, Lori. So same product, but in a lighter shade. I'm just adding it right under my eyes and here. We're gonna brighten anywhere that you would want your face to be brighter. I'm just gonna brighten that up a little bit. I ordered some new things from Saint this week too. They released a whole bunch of new stuff. And one of the things I got was a new brush. So all of their brushes are 2-in-1. Thanks, Miss Kitty. All of their brushes are 2-in-1, but they just released a brush that is 4-in-1. So like it looks like this, and then this part comes off and this part comes off, and it has 2 more brushes on the inside. I can't wait to get it. All right, so just for good measure, I'm gonna take a damp beauty blender. I feel like I have a hair somewhere. Cream foundation is so good. It's good for anybody. My daughter uses cream. She's 14, so you don't have to be over 30 to use it. But I will say, when you reach the point in your life where the old stuff just doesn't do the same thing as it used to, right? This is a good alternative. And I do have a favorite liquid foundation also that I do use because it's more of a fuller coverage. And so I use that like when we're singing, when I'm gonna have to be, my husband and I have a TV show, and so there are days when we go, you guys, I've got a hair on my face and it's driving me crazy. Okay, got it. So when I have to be on camera like all day long, I will wear the Ophir liquid foundation. When we're singing anytime, I usually wear Ophir. This is Saint. So this is the brush that comes with Saint. The 4-in-1 brush I just ordered is a new one that Saint just released. And I just ordered it maybe day before yesterday. So I'm still waiting on that to come in. I threw it on accident. I'm gonna use this bronzer right here and this big old fluffy brush to put it on. This is the bronzer from Saint. It's called Bella. These are all cream. I know when you put that on, it really, sometimes it looks like it may have been powder just because it blends so well, but it is cream. And then I don't know if you guys have noticed, as you get as your skin gets a little more like mature. Hey, Sandra. Powder products are not your friend anymore like they used to be. So you do not have to set this makeup. You can wear it just like this. And I will say, because a lot of people will say, yeah, but is your face sticky? A little bit when you first get done doing your makeup, but as the day goes on, it sets down and it's not. So like give it an hour and your face is not going to feel sticky. You just kind of have to trust the process with that. Or you can use setting powder just under your eyes or just here, you know, where you feel like you feel sticky or whatever. But it does just help your face not to look, what am I trying to say? Crusty? I don't know if that's the right word. Hey, Emily, welcome. All right, so we got the bronzer all blended in. You know, though, once you get past the place where your skin is just really like no wrinkles at all, and then you start to have like fine lines, like I get them right here where I smile, and then there is where my makeup usually sits. I mean, obviously we all get that kind of thing there. When you put a ton of powder on your face, I feel like I have to sneeze. Okay, it left, I don't know. When you put a ton of powder on your face, that gets more noticeable, not less noticeable. And then I feel like like the more makeup I put on my face, the better it looked. Well, it's not like that anymore. Just those days of my life are gone. The less makeup, the better now, right? So anyway, That's why I use this a lot, because I really like the way it looks on my 37-year-old face. This is one of the satin lip and cheek colors. I don't know what shade this is. Hold on. It is called Madrid. This one is the one I use probably the most. And I do like the satin ones. They have glossy ones too. And the glossy ones are, I mean, they're like almost a lip gloss consistency. So they do finish way more like wet and dewy. I like the satin blushes just because they finish down more of a matte finish. Hey Linda, so this is a customizable palette from Saint. All of these are cream makeups, and you choose the colors, and then the palettes are all magnetic, and these pop in and out. So you can fix it however you want to. My palette has like layers, so you know, however you want to do that. If you've never shopped Saint before, the best way to do it is they have collections. So like they have collection 4, which is 4 of these little tins, and it comes in a palette, all fit in there. And the 4 that you get is like a foundation color, a concealer color, a contour color, and a lip and cheek. So you get enough to do your whole face. I mean, minus your like mascara, eyeliner, whatever, you know, you use in that way. But it's your whole base face in a collection, in a palette, and it comes with a brush, and it's discounted. So like that's the best way to start if you've never shopped with them before. They have collection 4, collection 8, which is 8 tins, collection 12, which is 12 tins. Like the higher up the collection you get, the more tins and more like colors of stuff that you get. So it's the least expensive way. So it's like the way that you can get the most stuff and for the best price. And they will help you choose your shades as well. So my foundation color, I was using Sandy. This one is Athens. That's what I use today. But I go back and forth. This next one is Sandy. Here, I'll lay them next to each other. They're almost identical. This one is Athens. This one is Sandy. Sandy's a little bit darker. But I have not been tanning the last few weeks since I got that thing done to my face. She told me I needed to not be in the sun a whole lot, and I needed to wear SPF every day. So I have not been getting in the tanning bed. So I'm losing my tan. So Athens is where we're at right now. Yes, Rhonda. Somebody asked about moisturizer. Dawn, I have one from Old Town, and that's the one that I use, and it is really good. It's very hydrating. I feel like my Old Town skincare is very simple, okay? It's not 400 steps, but it is potent and it's very affordable. So if you wanted to try that one, that's the one that I use every day. It's just a daily moisturizer. Okay, this is my Saint eyeshadow palette that I use most of the time. I have another one. So they have these palettes in all different sizes and shapes. Like this is the one that all my foundations are in. They have ones that are like way bigger than this, and then they have ones that are even smaller than these. Like this one is layered also. I have a few eyeshadows in there, and then it's got a bottom layer. My regular one, it's got a top layer and a bottom layer. So I will tell you this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this would be called palette 12 because it will hold 6 of the larger tins on top and 6 of the larger tins on bottom. So that's the way the palettes are. They're numbered, but it's according to how many tins you can fit in here, okay? So this would be palette 18 because you can get 9 tins in the top and you can get 9 tins in the bottom. And they have them in all different like designs. They just released some new ones that are really cute. So that's the way those are. You know, if you go to the website and it's like palette 8 and you're like, what does that mean? 8 means that's how many tins will fit in it. Okay, where is my... This is the Saint eyeshadow brush. All of their brushes are dual-ended, and that's my favorite thing. All right, I'm grabbing, this one is called Lullaby. We really should have been doing hair today. Did y'all know it's National Hair Day? You have everything you use in the 12 palette. It is easy to travel with. So I will say this. I usually take my palette if I'm wearing Saint and I'm just, you know, it's going to be a long day or whatever and I'm afraid I might need to reapply. I usually don't, just for like a normal work day or whatever. But if it's something where I'm leaving work and I'm going somewhere else, or, you know, it's just going to be like an extended period of time, I just throw this in my bag. You can even like pop some of these out, because I obviously don't use all of these every day, but I could even like pop some of those out and pop my eyeshadows in there, and then you would have like everything you needed in one. But yeah, it's very convenient. You don't need all the stuff like I have. I'm just a makeup hoarder, you know. Most people don't use everything all the time. Do you have to wash your, I hope not, because I'm not washing mine on National Hair Day. It's not National Hair Wash Day, it's just National Hair Day. I curled my hair last night with my Lay Duo, and we're just gonna probably leave it. Maybe probably like spray it a little bit and just leave it like this. Lay Duo is really good like for the curls to hold for a couple days, so it saves me from having to fix my hair every day. You can always tell when it's about to be fall because my sinuses respond to that every time. Okay, so this shade is called Lullaby. For me, I like it. I feel like it is good with my skin tone. I use this one a lot. It's just like a base color like that. And then this is a highlighter. They call them illuminators on Saint's website, but it's just a powder highlighter. So I'm going to use a little bit on my finger, just right here. My husband gets the email like every day that tells you what the next day, like national holidays are. So last night we were sitting around talking and he's like, did you know tomorrow is National Hair Day? You've got to go live tomorrow. It's hair day. And so I did, but we're doing makeup instead. So love that for me. That's true Ashley fashion right there. All right, so I'm gonna use my same brush. Let me grab my little eyeshadow brush cleaner and clean this off really quick so I don't get the wrong color. I'm gonna use the same brush that I used for the other shade into this one. This is just kind of a little, has a little bit of shimmer. And we're just gonna sweep it up here. Also, my pet peeve is when people don't put anything right there. It just looks like you didn't finish. Okay, then we're gonna flip the brush around to the smaller side. I'm gonna dip it in this darker brown. We're gonna sweep it under here. See how much bigger it makes your eye look when you just do that right there. And it's not as harsh as eyeliner. If you do that and get like a little bit too much, you can just use your fluffy side and blend it out a little. All right. This is pretty much what we're gonna do today. Again, you can use like setting powder here if you want to, but this is already starting to set down where it doesn't feel, hey Jenny, where it doesn't feel, you know, like sticky or anything. When you first put it on, you're going to be like, oh, I can't not put powder on that. It feels too tacky. But if you just let it sit for a few minutes, it finishes more of like a matte finish. Okay, so, all right, we got to do something with these eyelashes. And I can't decide if I want to wear mascara or if I want to put on a set of eyelashes. I am going to go ahead and set this. I bought this the other day because it's SPF 30. And I've never worn sunscreen on my face until recently. We've already talked about that. But this is a sunscreen setting spray, which I thought was so cool. I will say this. It does not smell good. I mean, it smells like sunscreen, right? But, so Debbie, are you using eyeliner or are you using eyeshadow like this? It also, I will tell you too, if you're not used to seeing this on your face, like when you first start doing it, it's kind of like when you first start filling in your eyebrows and every time you try it, you look at yourself and you're like, oh, that looks terrible. It really doesn't. It's just that you're not used to seeing it. If you're not used to seeing yourself with eyebrows, when you first start filling them in, you'll be like, it looks crazy. Same thing with contour. I had the hardest time when I first started contouring, not feeling just absolutely ridiculous when I was walking around, because I feel like it's so pronounced, but it's really not. No, it's really not. It's because I wasn't used to seeing it on myself. Denise. The best gifts ever are the ones that are to you from you. It's always exactly what you wanted. I can totally get on that train. And happy anniversary. That's awesome. Mine is in December. And we'll be 18 years this year. Can y'all believe that? Do I look old enough to have been married for 18 years? Thank you. I knew I didn't. I just got started really young and I wouldn't have it any other way. Like, you know, can I do a week-long tutorial on how to get eyelashes? You've tried both. I'm not sure I understand the question, but yeah, I can do whatever you guys want me to do. I'm stalling because I don't know what to do on my eyelashes. I guess we can just put on a set of lashes. Assuming that this bond is still good. Hold on. Thanks, Denise. I can always count on you. It's so funny because I'm the middle child in my family. And I have an older brother and a younger brother. I was the only girl, but I graduated high school in May of 2006. And then in September of 2006, I met my husband and we got married a little bit less than a year later than that. And so I literally I just started when I was very young and I was 19 when we got married. And so my brothers, like my older brother, he was almost 40 when he got married. I think he was like 38, 30, something like that. And so he's like almost 10 years older than me, but his kids are in, like they're toddlers. And I'm like, man, I have just lived, every time we all get together, I'm like, I have just lived a lot of life since I was very young. You can't get eyelashes to go on right. Okay, I'm going to show you how to do it. So we're going to do these. This is, to me, easier than mascara and looks better. So if you've never seen these before, I'll show you how to do it. It's very simple. This is the glue, Bond and Seal, okay? I don't know if you have Debbie, I don't know if you bought the Old Town ones. Forgive me if I forgot. But this is the way that my lashes work. This is a glue. It goes on the same way as mascara. You just want to make sure you get it on all of your lashes really good. We're going to cover it up so it doesn't really matter how it looks. You met at 14 and 16 and married at 17 and 19. That's awesome and crazy. So, like, sometimes I think about how I was only 5 years older than my daughter when I got married. That is that is crazy to even think about, all right? This is the lash tray refill that we have from Old Town. The 10s through 16s, of course, I mean, obviously I've used this. This one, we also have it in 10 to 12. So like the 10 to 12 is smaller lashes than these. This one is 10s, 12s, 14s, and 16s. And that's what I use the most. Got married in 1982 after you graduated. That's amazing. I love that. So my little brother is 30, he'll be 35 this week. And he has a 1-year-old little baby. And then my kids are 14 and 11, like almost, hey Donna, like almost, you know, grown. And then I show up at the family functions and everybody else got little kids and I'm just like, I have done so much life. And I started very young. Okay, so once you get that glue on, when you start to blink, I don't know if you can see right here, my eyelashes are sticking together on top and bottom. That's how you know you're good to go. And then you're just gonna grab your lashes. This one is a size 16. Then I'm gonna go to the 14 and you're just gonna hold it. These tweezers also come with the lashes if you get them. You're just gonna hold your little lash cluster with it curving up and the band of it pointing towards your face. Okay, and then it just sits. It's literally so easy. If you wait long enough for the glue to get tacky, you won't have any trouble getting it to stick. You're just gonna put it underneath your lashes, hold it for a second, and then let it go. And it just sticks right there, okay? You can wear these for like a week before you have to take them off. Or you don't really have to take them off after a week. I just usually do because when you have these on, it's the same as when you get lash extensions, okay? So you can't rub your eyes, or they will fall off. You cannot let the hot water in the shower like hit you directly on the face or they will come off. Heat and oil are your enemies because it's lash glue. And if you put anything really hot or really oily on it, it's gonna loosen, okay? So when you wash your face, this is the reason why Old Town, we have micellar water. This pumps out of the top. You just like push it down with a cotton pad and then you can wipe all of your eye makeup off around your eyelashes and that will not loosen your eyelash glue, okay? So after I've had these on, 5 or 6 days, I'm ready to submerge my face in water. That's why I take them off. You don't have to. If it does not bother you to not ever actually wet your face to wash it, you don't have to. You can wear them longer than that as long as they'll stay. When you do get ready to take them off, do not you can, after a week, they're a little looser than they were the first time you put them on, so you should be able to just get the clusters off, but the glue will still be on your lashes. You need to use something oily. Vaseline works pretty good. We have the Makeup Cleansing Balm from Old Town. This is you just twist this and it comes out of the top. It is kind of the consistency of Vaseline in a way, but it's very oily and it's a makeup remover, but it also melts the lashes and the glue just right off your face. So that's the reason behind this product. That's the reason why we have this, because it removes the lash glue like so easy. And you definitely don't want to pick at it or pull on it, or you will pull out your natural lashes. But if you do this the right way, it does not mess up your natural eyelashes at all. Okay, so same thing over here. Don't poke yourself in the eye because that hurts. I will say for me, it's making sure that I get enough glue right there on those little inside lashes, those little baby ones. So Karen, it really is that easy. I will say it took me about 4 tries. When I first started wearing lashes like this, it took me about 4 tries. Okay, on about the 4th time, I was like, okay, I can do this. But, the first 3 times were kind of a trial and error kind of thing. I got a little bit of that glue on my skin. All right, so same thing. You're just gonna kind of wait until when you blink, you can feel your eyelashes sticking together, and I can. And then we're just gonna start, same thing. This is a 16. These are called lash clusters. To me, they look so much more natural than like a lash strip that you glue on top of your eyelashes. I never can get those on to make them look really natural. But like these, when you hold your eye down, you don't see lashes on top because they're glued underneath. So it's almost like people will go, is that her real lashes? Because if they are, those are really good. Yeah, you can wear a set of clusters for a week. You can wear them. I have worn them, a couple weeks before. It usually depends for me on hair wash day, because if I'm going to wash my hair, I'm going to want to let the water go all over my face. So I usually change my lashes on hair wash day. You're going to have to put some on today. I know, right, Julie? I did get the tweezers in my kits that are not super razor sharp on the end for that reason, because a lot of the kits have really super sharp tweezers, and just putting that next to your eye felt really, dangerous. So when I was creating my kit, I asked specifically for a set of tweezers that was more rounded on the end, so you're not gonna like stab yourself in the eyeball with them. If you wait until this glue is good and tacky, you will not have one issue getting these to stick. And if you get it in the wrong place, like, okay, let's say I got this one on the wrong spot, you can just pull it off and stick it back down. Before you seal them, I'm going to show you how to seal them in a second. Before you seal them, your glue is going to stay tacky. So Emily, it's more now than I used to be able to go like, please don't judge me. I used to be able to go like 7 or 8 days without washing my hair. I have to do it more now. Just to be honest, the more you wash your hair, the more you will have to wash your hair, okay? So I'm just taking my tweezers and going through it and squeezing these really good. And that just like makes them get really good and stuck on there. I will tell you the reason why I have to wash my hair more now. Because I want to get in that thing like every day. Because this is my favorite part of my house. Right here. This is the reason why I have to wash my hair more now. Because every time I come in here, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to get a shower. And so I end up washing my hair more. And the more you wash your hair, the more you will have to wash your hair. You have to train your hair to not get washed a lot, right? So if you can push through like one more day, then the next time your hair won't be like as oily and gross. I would say like every 3 to 4 days is when I wash my hair now. Okay, so these are the lashes. That's how they look on. The reason I love these is because I do not care how good your mascara is. It does not make my eyelashes look like that. Right? No, it is 16, 14, 12, 10. So it goes down, it tapers with each. This is like my favorite way to wear my lashes. I feel like it makes your eyes look more like wider on the outside. It gives you that like kind of like cat eye effect. You don't have to do that. If you have the tray, you can customize it however you want to. I have people that wear all 12s. I have people that wear all 10s. I have people, sometimes I wear all 14s because 14 for me is like a perfect length. The 16s are a little long to do on my whole eye, but the 14s are perfect. So sometimes I just wear a whole set of 14s. It's totally up to you. Okay, so this is the bond. The other side of this thing is the seal. So what this does is seals the glue to your lashes. So once you seal it, you don't have that stickiness anymore. So right now, as I'm still blinking, I'm still getting some sticky. Once you seal over this, it just seals the glue. You don't have any more sticky. You can even run it like up here. Just seal it real good. That shower is totally the reason I have to wash my hair more, and I am not even kidding. All right, so the same thing. We're just gonna, my personal hygiene has never been better. Okay, so this is how it looks, and now there's no sticky when I blink. If you put them on right, you cannot feel them on your eyes at all. You have to make sure that you put them on lashes, okay? Do not glue these to your waterline because you will feel it when you blink, and that hurts, and that's not good. You just want to make sure you put them on your lashes only. Like where you put the glue is where you glue the fake lashes to, okay? And then when you blink, you can't feel them. You know, when I put my glasses on, when I was creating this kit, we made sure we got lashes with a D curl because I have a lot of people that follow me that say I wear glasses, so I can't wear fake lashes. Well, now you can. So these have a D curl. I don't know if you can see from the side how curly they are. They curl straight up, so they're not sticking out. They're up. So when you put your glasses on, they don't rub your glasses at all, okay? So all you girls that wear glasses, I got you. Because same, I have to wear my glasses everywhere, every day. All right, I'm gonna put on something on my lips. I have not touched my hair today, Donna. I did curl it last night. We had to go sing last night on a Tuesday. And so I fixed it last night for church. And I think I'm really just gonna kind of go with it today because these little lip glosses are so good. I got them at Walmart. They're by, is it NYX or is it NYX? I've heard it both ways. Anyway, and the lip liner that I used was also by them. And I bought all this at Walmart, but it's linked on my Like to Know It. So if you want to know like exactly what shades I got, you can go to my LTK and find that. Okay. So for real. Do I have a link for Old Town Line? Yeah, you can go to ashleyfranks.com. I think it's the first button at the top, but it's just oldtownbeautyco.com. Thanks, Denise. Were you there last night? Hey, y'all. If you just got here, hey. We're just gonna pretty sure I'm just gonna leave this. What do we think? Can I get away with just not doing anything to my hair today? I mean, I didn't even heat up a curling iron or anything. NYX. Okay, well, there you go, NYX. If I push this side behind my ear, does it hide the fact that I didn't curl it? Maybe. Yeah, so I used the Saint, and I did not use any setting powder. I did use a setting spray that has SPF, but no powder. Okay, we're just gonna go with this. It's just the guys at the office. What are they gonna say, right? Oh, thanks, Denise. You're so sweet. Maybe you can come see us in person sometime. Okay, all right. I gotta get out of here. But if you have questions about any of this stuff that we used, just post them in the comments and I'll be happy. Sorry, I'm trying to read and talk at the same time. That does not work for me. This is what heaven means to me. Thank you. That song, I feel like it's going to follow me now forever. Our family got invited to sing it in Baton Rouge a couple years ago on like a national television network on Sun Life Broadcasting. And I don't know, like that's an old song. I felt like everybody like would already know it, and it wouldn't be like anything spectacular. But that network posted it on YouTube and it got like 1 million views. So I think I'm gonna have to sing that song for the rest of my life now. Not that I'm complaining about that or anything, but okay, thanks y'all. I'm gonna get out of here and go to work today. Happy National Hair Day. It's not National Hair Wash Day. Okay, you don't have to wash your hair today. If you do, I'm in trouble. If you have any questions, you can post them below and I will come back, or Amber or one of us will come back and answer you. If you got anything else you need, you can send me a private message. I'll try to help you as good as I can. But I hope you'll have the best day ever. I'll see you next time.